All right, so I heard from somebody that today's Zordle was interesting, so I'm going to take a look at that. I also heard that the Zordle a few days ago was interesting, and I didn't have time to get around to doing it, so I think I'm going to do both of those today. So we'll do 2 Zordles, and somebody else has also asked me recently for some good tips on how to solve Zordles, so hopefully we can give you some of those as well. Hopefully we'll be solving these 2 Zordles. So the way Zordle works, or cross-ordle, or X-ordle, people call it different things, it's like Dordle, where there's 2 words, it's like 2 Wordles at the same time, but they're overlaid on the same grid. So all the letters in this clues could apply to, well, the gray applies to both words, but the yellow A, for example, could apply to either of the 2 words. And that's about all you need to know. So obviously we want to reuse the A. So I think tip-wise for solving Zordle, I like to use different letters, and once you get a green, don't reuse it until you're ready to guess the answer. That's pretty much my approach. I think laugh wouldn't be too bad here. It's a new spot for the A and 4 new letters. Let's go with laugh. Okay, all yellows. All right. So now we want to reuse as many of these as we can. Now, odds are these 4 letters are not from the same word, right? The L could be from one word, the H from the other. Who knows? Be good to use an E and an I, potentially. We could do while, that's pretty good. So it uses the I and the E, a new spot for the L and the H, and check a new letter. Oh, okay, well that was really good. So one of the answers could be whale. Now here's another thing to do with Zordle. So I'm thinking it could be possibly whale, right? Well, consider what happens if we guess whale. If we guess whale, we've used the H, the L, and the A, and all we have left is the U. So in this situation, that would be okay. Now sometimes you can say, well, if we did whale, we'd be stuck with, these 3 letters, and that wouldn't work out very well. So one thing we know here is we have an E, an A, and a U, no I or O. So that's another thing to look at is the vowels. Sometimes you'll end up with only 2 vowels, and so one's gonna be in each word. They can't both be in the same word. Now this one, we're gonna have 2 vowels in the same word, obviously, since we have 3 vowels. Whale seems like the obvious thing to try. It's not necessarily whale, though. Other than that, we only have the U. So instead of guessing whale, which I could do, I think I'm gonna try and do 4 new letters with another spot for the U, if I can. Something like dunks would be good. That would be good. So just to see if, I'm gonna have to guess whale at some point, but just in case something comes up where I think it might not be whale, I'm gonna do this. Okay, interesting. Well, eliminated some more letters. So we now know that the second letter is an H in one word and a U in the other word. So the other thing is, so if we do whale, we only have the U, but we also only have these letters that we haven't tried yet. So what would that be? Because it could be bumpy. Bumpy would work. If nothing else, we're checking 4 new letters. We don't necessarily need to use the U, but in case that is the answer, I'm gonna go for that. Okay, so it's not bumpy. So, it can't be jumpy. So, we obviously have an E and a Y at the end of the words here. Now, the problem is, again, if we do whale, what does that leave us with? U, M, Y, and letters we haven't guessed yet. So if there's not a good answer there, then it's not gonna be whale. Now, okay, one thing we can think about, it's gonna be WH or WU, right? WU, what would that be? That doesn't seem very good, so I do think it's WH. And then it's gotta be a vowel next, so it's gotta be the A then, right? If it's WH, it's gotta be the A. Whale sure seems good there. If it's not L, then it's gotta be a letter we haven't done yet. So what's gonna be the other word if it's What would come between the M and the Y? That's the real question. We could do another M. Ooh, it could be mummy. We don't necessarily have to use these other letters that are left if we repeat a letter. Mummy's pretty good. Mummy and whale. So now I am thinking I'm gonna try whale. Because I still feel like it's got a good chance because I can't think of anything else that works. It's almost certainly WH, which would then have to have a vowel, which would have to be an A. Yeah, let's go with whale. Okay, so it is whale. And so I think the other one has to be mummy then. Let's try that. Mummy. All right. So this is a sort of newish thing, at least I haven't done it too many times, but where it actually has a picture where the things fit together. Actor equals whale plus mummy. That's probably an actor that I should know, but I don't know who that is. So anyways, there you go. That was Zordle number 174. Now I'm gonna go to 170 and we'll try that one out. All right, so we're on to Zordle number 170 now. So one of the things that's kind of unique about Zordle and Fibble compared to a lot of these puzzles is you can easily go back to the previous day. It's just right above here. I don't think it's on the screen over there. I cropped it off, but right above the given word, there it says day 170, and you can click the arrows to go to previous days. So this time we're starting with pants. Now, of course, we want to reuse the yellows. What would be good? Let's see. Something like chart would be pretty good. Let's go with that. Okay, so we got the T. I want to do more new letters. Now, we don't need to use the T anymore because we know there's a T at the end. And so there's no reason to reuse the T at this point because, I mean, clearly we're not going to be able to guess the word probably unless we get really lucky. So, now I would probably do laugh, but we know there's no H already. Oh, and the A is not second, okay. We need to do the A in a different spot. It would also be good to use some other vowels, so. Ooh, actually, about isn't too bad. I just said I don't want to use the T. But, no, we can do adieu. Or adieu. Everybody always comments that I pronounce the word wrong. Sorry. Adieu. That would be good. Okay, so the A is at the beginning. There is an E. There's no I or U. There could still be an O. We don't know about the O yet. I mean, obviously, E at the end is my normal assumption. We could do something like bloke. It's not terrible. B and K aren't the best letters, but yeah, let's just go with that. Okay, so there is an O. Interesting. The E is not at the end. Okay. So, could do something, you know, we could have something OLT, isn't too bad. And then the A and the E would be in the other word. But I'm not sure what would come at the beginning of that one. With the consonants we have left, we don't really have many consonant pairs where two consonants go together. Could do, no. It's interesting. So the O third, if we don't use the A or the E at the beginning, it's gotta have a double consonant, or it could have a double O. That's possible too. That's not too bad. We could try, we could try woolly. To check for the double O, a new spot for the L, W and Y are good letters. Kind of like that. Okay, so there is a double O, but it's not here. So is it gonna be O-O like that? And there is a Y at the end of one of the words. Okay, so we have a T at the end of one and a Y at the end of the other. It's not gonna be O-O-Y, it could be O-O-T. What would be at the beginning if we did that? If there's an L in that word, it would have to be L at the beginning. I don't think that's a thing. So if it's not the L, I mean, we just don't have, with the consonants we have left, I don't like that. So that makes me think it's not gonna be O-O, because it's not O-O-Y. And so maybe the other O is, I mean, it would have to be at the beginning then. It can't be second. if it's not fourth, it obviously can't be fifth because we have the T and the Y. It would have to be O something O. Something and then Y or T? This is really unusual. The double O is throwing me off now. Okay, so if it's A, if the A and O go together, it would have to be like this. A foot! A foot! A foot! That works. Okay, okay, I'm thinking a foot now. Once I put the A with the double O, it fits. So, okay, we can do the A, we can do a foot. I think that has a good chance because the double O, there's just not a lot of possibilities there. So let's do that. Okay, a foot, good. Which gives us the L and the E and the Y. The L has to be first or third. The E has to be in the first three. So we could do something like that maybe. What's gonna come, if the L is third, what's gonna come between the L and the Y? MY, that's not too bad. Or GY. If the L was at the beginning, then you'd have to have like L, I think it'd have to be LE because we don't have there's not gonna be another consonant after the L, and the only vowel we have is the E or another Y, I guess. So LE something something Y. Leggy? Oh, yeah, it is gonna be leggy, isn't it? Okay, we have pants and a foot and leggy. Yup. Okay. Pants, leggy, and a foot. Alright. I guess those fit. Yeah, that makes sense. Interesting, so they both have a double letter in the third and fourth position. Alright, so there you go. That was 2 different Zordles. Let me know how these went for you. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon with some more puzzles. And Turl? Oh, look at that. I don't know what Turl is, but it worked. Okay, that was optimal. So we got the S. So this is not W, so it has to be an S or a T, and it's not gonna be SS, so it's gotta be ST. We got some greens. Oh, the E's are there. Okay, so now I'm not thinking E here. It still could be, but I'm not thinking E right there anymore. Okay, awesome.